Good evening. Yep, I'm Z. Welcome to Ball and Ballers. And we've had some breaking news today. Yes, we have. I did put it up on my TikTok earlier because I was on the road with work. I travel a lot, so I was on the road. I stopped off at the side, put it up, and then I carried on my journey until I got home to do this. So let's get on to the news. Mbeumo, yes, it's about Mbeumo, and I'm sure a lot of you have already heard this. I heard it earlier as well. So basically, United have put in a 70 million bid for Mbeumo. They finally put that third bid in. It took them 2.5 weeks. They were at a stalemate. On Monday, it was that chances are we're going to get him. Yes, we're nearly close. Yes, we're over the line. Yes, we're nearly there. Tuesday and Wednesday, on the other hand, was a bit negative. Negative in the sense where it came out that Brentford won 70. This was from the back of that Tottenham bid. I think I've already explained this in my videos early in the week. So I don't want to bore you by going into it over and over again. But yeah, they bid 70. No, sorry. Let me start again. So Tottenham put it up to 70. We thought it was 65 because apparently what happened was Thomas Frank left. The new boss came in and said, no, we want 70. So they upped it. We were ready to pay the 65. And then it was basically at lockerheads. United were like, no, we're not paying more than 65. Brentford was like, no, we want 70. No, well, you ain't going to get 70. We want 70. You're not going to get 70. We want 70. So it was like that back and forth. And then out of the blue this morning, and I'm not sure whether this had anything to do with it. Potentially it did. So this came out. Newcastle exploring move to sign Jan Wissa from Brentford after cooling Hugo Ekitike interest. So what happened was Newcastle went in for Ekitike. Liverpool went in for Isak, saying to Newcastle that we'll take Isak off you for 120 mil. Newcastle went, no, not happening, not at all. Liverpool went, okay, it's either Isak or we're just going to mess you up and go straight in for Ekitike. So Liverpool, 120 million, went in for Ekitike. Well, not 120 million. Sorry, that was the Isak, where Liverpool went in for Isak for 120 million. I think it's more towards 80 million euros for Ekitike, so it's cheaper. So yeah, went in for Ekitike. So Newcastle turned around and went, all right, we want Jan Wissa. Or however he says his name. So so they wanted Wissa. So it was all panic stations. Everything was panicky. We were all wondering what the next move was going to be and what's going to happen. And it didn't look good. We thought we were going to lose him. And then all of a sudden, Ornstein comes out with this. Manchester United make improved bid to sign Bryan Mbeumo from Brentford. New offer for 26-year-old forward worth 65 million fixed plus 5 million add-ons. MUFC awaiting Brentford FC's response as they work to close the deal for the Cameroon international and top target. It was later reported by Fabrizio also, Manchester United remain confident on Bryan Mbeumo deal as they improved their bid. Proposal now up to 70 million package, add-ons included, as David Ornstein reports. Talks remain underway with Brentford. Brentford keep working on Amari Hutchinson as replacement, as revealed. Yes, so I did mention all this in my video. I think it was Monday, if I'm not mistaken, that Brentford went in for Amari Hutchinson. The deal got declined. They did reach the buyout clause, but they didn't hit all the targets for that buyout. So it got rejected. So they might have to formally go in for another offer. But the way it's looking is the 70 million package went in. Reports are saying that it's likely that Brentford will accept this time. I'll be surprised if they don't, because we've pretty much given them what they want or what the asking price is. So for them to turn around and say no now, it's going to be, I'm sure it's going to be one of them take it or leave it. You either take the 70 or forget it, we're moving on. Do I feel confident it's going to be accepted this time? No. Nope. The amount of times the goalposts have been changed, I'm not really confident, although reports are saying that it will be accepted. Until it is accepted and until we get the here we go of Fabrizio, I'm just going to be nervous. I'm going to be nervous because don't forget, I got excited on Monday, but Tuesday I was deflated. Yesterday, I was in a mood. Today, I'm happy again. But, you know, it's one of them things. So, yeah, that's the big news for today. Nothing much else to it. And then we've also got some update on this Richard Rios. AS Roma were potentially going to grab him, but I think talks are broken down now between AS Roma and Palmeiras, which might potentially give us a chance. But it depends how much money we got left after this Mbeumo deal. Whether the bid's accepted or not, we'll find out, obviously, in the coming days. They want him to go out on tour. The US tour, which they fly out on Tuesday. So to try and get the deal done, potentially he'll have to sign with us by the weekend for him to fly out. But even so, he might have to fly out at a later date, do his medical, do all that stuff that he has to do, and then fly out. But for that to happen, Brentford do have to accept the bid. Now, I am nervous. I don't know whether they will, but I guess we're going to find out, and we might hope, and hopefully we'll see where you take it from there. But I know we need to get rid of players next. I think that'll be the next step for Ineos and them lot to deal with if we get Mbeumo. So yes, it is, I suppose, positive news. And I guess we'll find out more in the next coming days. And hopefully we can get here we go by Saturday latest, so they can fly out with the team on Tuesday. But if not, hopefully, you know, we'll get it at some point. Fingers crossed. And then try and dispose of players like Mr. Freedom Fighter, Jadon Sancho, Marcus Rashford and Garnacho. And I have had a little news on them, but I think I'm going to do a more in-depth video on that tomorrow and get you guys up to date with what the latest happening with that is. I know there's a few bids, and I know United has turned around and said, we want this. And if you don't get this, you ain't having him, which is what we've always wanted. And I think eventually we can get rid of everybody that we need to get rid of. Also, news on Onana as well. Yep, there's a little bit of news on Andre Onana. News being, News being that all of a sudden he's miraculously recovered from injury. So he was injured. There was rumors of John Victor. There was rumors of Vitek coming back and starting. There was rumors going around the last few days of Emi Martinez, and Emi Martinez has really skyrocketed the rumors on that. And then all of a sudden, Onana's back. He can make it for the first game of the US tour. It's a miracle. It's a miracle. I wish it stayed injured so we can get another goalkeeper, but you know, I wouldn't wish hurt on anybody except for Sancho. But yeah, that's for another day. Thanks for watching another video, and I'll catch up with you guys soon.